Module 4, Lesson 2, Psychological Safety. Now, psychological safety is not just some mumbo-jumbo term based on psychobabble. It's been shown through considerable research and practical experience to be the key factor when it comes to bringing teams together at short notice to complete a task effectively and efficiently. So what is it? Professor Amy Edmondson, considered a world leader in this area, describes psychological safety as the shared belief within the team that it is safe to take interpersonal risks. In essence, everyone in the team will be okay with someone else in the team speaking up about something that needs consideration, even if that is to challenge the leadership and/or the direction they're going. The individuals will subconsciously weigh up the risk of speaking up compared to the benefit of doing so. Has been shown in many cases in aviation and healthcare, subordinate team members, if for example co-pilots, flight engineers or cabin crew or nurses or junior doctors would rather stay quiet than speak up if they can see something going wrong. It might appear irrational, but staying quiet has a known outcome when it comes to the interpersonal risk, and the effects might be seen in the future or not at all. Whereas speaking up now definitely changes things, and the effects are likely to be seen or felt right now if there isn't psychological safety. In the documentary If Only, this was apparent from the narrative from Barbara, where she identified that things weren't as she'd been taught in a previous class, but felt that she couldn't speak up then as it would potentially be seen as disrespectful. With hindsight, we can see that she should have spoken up, but in the here and the now, such decisions are not easy to make, especially if the instructor is holding the chance of you obtaining your certification card. Knowing what psychological safety is one thing, how to create it is another. The bottom line, leadership creates psychological safety within the team. In a training environment, that's the instructor. In a fun diving environment, that might be the most experienced, the most liked, the influencer within the team. How they behave will influence others. You don't have to hold a formal position to be the leader in a team or a group. Dr. Timothy Clark recently published a book called The 4 Stages of Psychological Safety, which describes the 4 building blocks needed to have effective psychological safety in a team. These are inclusion, learner safety, contributor safety, and challenger safety. Inclusion is where we allow other people to join our group or gang. Kids do this automatically, but as we grow older, we start to create in-groups, cliques, exclude others. Inclusion and exclusion are often seen based on training agency, the type of equipment we use, recreational, technical. It even exists within agencies themselves, instructors, instructor trainers, headquarters staff. You create inclusivity by inviting others into your team or group, although it is recognized that some form of delineation is needed. Inclusion starts the process. The next step is learner safety. Learning is about making mistakes, identifying the real issues, addressing them, then getting better the next time around. Failure is normal. How we deal with others and our own failures is critical to building psychological safety. If we're critical and demeaning, then things are not going to improve. Depersonalize feedback. Make it about observable actions, not about the person itself. It's been shown that those looking to be part of a team will look for learner safety before exposing themselves to the risk of making a mistake. The third step or building block is contributor safety. Am I able to contribute to the team? When I try to contribute, will I be listened to? Contributor safety is where team members can constructively contribute to the team's development, potentially highlighting better or different ways of achieving the same task. In the context of diving, this might be about bringing knowledge from another project to this one to increase the chances of a good outcome. The dreaded, "we've always done it this way," is the killer phrase for contributor safety. The final step, and the most important as far as I'm concerned when it comes to diving safety, is challenger safety. This is where those in the team feel safe to raise concerns and challenge anyone for something that doesn't appear right. That challenge doesn't have to be aggressive. It can be as simple as asking, is this the right thing to be doing? I'm a little concerned because this isn't how I was taught before. In the tech diving world, there's a saying, anybody can thumb a dive at any time for any reason, and that includes being on the surface. And this should apply at the recreational level too. However, I believe that this is only true if there is a psychologically safe environment or there is an imminent threat to life. Unfortunately, as has been shown in so many accidents and incident reports, the challenge has come too late to recover the situation, and so it ends up as a fatal event. Creating psychological safety is relatively easy in concept, but can be hard in practice. The reason it's hard is that it goes against so many aspects of modern culture, especially in diving where ego and self-protectionism are ever present. That leadership or influence need to show vulnerability and be humble. They create an atmosphere of inclusion, an ability to learn from failure, encourage contribution and challenges from the team. This can be as simple as asking for help or highlighting your own mistakes. Psychological safety is the key to bringing a team together at short notice. It creates inclusion, the ability to learn from failure, the opportunity for team members to contribute, and most important, it creates the environment where it's okay to speak up. Indeed, it's expected that team members will speak up. Now, the next lesson is about what happens after an adverse event occurs and what is needed to support learning in the form of developing and maintaining a just culture.